Hi, Mike Darda with the Darda Group at Compass. Thank you for checking out our market update for the month of August 2022. There's a lot to talk about. The real estate market's shifting, home prices are softening, and higher interest rates in comparison to 6 months ago. The reality is we're actually shifting more towards a normal and balanced market. However, there's a lot of people who've never experienced that. If you haven't participated in the real estate market prior to 2012, whether as a buyer, seller of real estate, or even as a real estate agent for that matter, you probably haven't experienced what we call a more normal, balanced market. This is the reality of what's happening right now. We're having to make those adjustments with higher interest rate environments in a market that's softening a little bit. So this month, we're going to speak to some of those points, and we'll go ahead and kick off our sales report for Lee County, Florida. First, we're going to look at our sold report, and this will give us an idea of how many homes are selling each month. And I'll circle this in red for you. There were 493 single-family homes that closed last month in Cape Coral in the month of July. Now that's down roughly 18% from July of last year when 605 single-family homes closed escrow. In Fort Myers, 202 single-family homes sold in July compared to 306 the previous July, giving us a percentage difference of 34%. Now last year, we were still selling to some of those pandemic-related buyers, and at this point, that's all but evaporated. Now we're back to a more normal, balanced market with buyer demand that's more relative to housing units that are available and, of course, those interest rates. The next thing we're going to look at is our active inventory report. This report reflects how many homes are for sale on the market right now, and that is currently 1,427 single-family homes for sale in Cape Coral. That's roughly 3 times more compared to last year when only 502 were for sale. In Fort Myers, we currently have 354 single-family homes that are for sale, and that's up roughly 59% compared to last year when there was 209 properties for sale in Fort Myers. So our inventories are definitely trending up. With this data, we can calculate the absorption rate. The absorption rate is simply the amount of homes that are for sale and how long it would take to sell off that existing inventory if nothing else came on the market. So currently, our absorption rate is sitting at a 2.9 month supply. And just to give you some perspective, last year it was at roughly a 0.8 month supply. So obviously we're trending up. The inventory overall relative to the demand is growing. So right now we are sitting at what we call the tail end of a seller's market. A seller's market is typically anywhere from a 0 to 3 month supply of homes for sale. A 4 to 5 month supply is considered more of a neutral market, and anything that's 6 months or more is considered a buyer's market. Now, right now, again, we are sitting at 2.9 months supply because we're at the tail end of a seller's market and we're starting to see the inventories grow. We're starting to see prices soften a little bit and experiencing, in some cases, price reductions in the market. All of which is going back to the beginning of this video is that you're seeing us go to a more normal, balanced market. The last piece that we're going to talk about today is mortgage interest rates. Currently, mortgage interest rates for FHA loans are in the high 4% range, and for conventional loans, they're running in the low 5% range. Now that's up from the beginning of this year when interest rates were averaging 3.25%. Now for every 1% that mortgage interest rates increase, it diminishes the buyer's purchasing power by up to 10% when they're getting financing. So when rates go up, it has an impact on what a buyer qualifies for. And in a large part, what we're seeing play out in the market right now is the reality of higher interest rates, but there's also a silver lining here. If I was just to go back over the last several weeks up to about a month ago, rates were as high as 6.5%. They've already come back down to about 5%. So it's still higher than it was before, and it's still having an impact on buyer demand. But the fact is, rates are not going any higher at the moment than 6.5% and starting to come back down is a very positive sign for the local market. So in any case, if you have any other questions regarding real estate here in Lee County, Florida, just know that we're always here to help. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video today. I'll see you soon.